The Holy Church in the month of August gives to us three major feast days. The first one being the procession of the Holy and Life-Giving Cross. The second one being the Transfiguration of our Lord. And the third one culminating with the feast day of our little chapel here as well, the Dominion of the Mother of God. These feasts, which fall on August, are also preceded by 2 weeks of fasting for the feast day of the Dominion of the Mother of God, which is like a mini Pascha. Instead of Christ going through the process of repose, death, the Mother of God went through that same process and was found to be of such glory as to be taken into heaven and being able to live that life there with the glory that only we can expect after the Great Judgment. As you all know, coming up very shortly also amongst the heathen of the world is the elections for the Australian leaders. Now, I have no intention at all of supporting or talking about any of the parties and choosing one amongst the other. But I would like to just probably enhance some of the things that you already know about what's going on in these situations. Everyone is falling over each other in the different parties to have this holy mystery that was given to us by God, the mystery of marriage, to be proclaimed as being legitimized amongst same gender. A total blasphemy, a total rejection of anything holy, a whole trampling under feet of that which has been able to support peace in the world and progress and good things. Because once that's trampled upon, basically anything goes. The world becomes, I hate to say it, like a giant brothel, like a giant place of all sorts of unrighteousness and all sorts of acts which are not only harmful to people but are in such a state that they lose their souls. And it's so funny that even one of the leaders who proclaims to have a Christian background and a Christian belief is quite happy now to also support those sorts of things, as well as abortion and all these things to do with fetuses in stem cell research and all these things. Changed his mind about his belief in the particular church that he was adhered to, and now he says, I'm leaving everything to the experts. The experts. If we use the Holy Bible as a filter for what is going on in the political realm, both in Australia and other places, essentially nothing, or hardly anything, would ever come through as being good. And therefore, in a place like Australia, where we are forced to make a choice, otherwise we pay a fine, and sometimes that's better, we are, as the Holy Fathers say to us, choosing the lesser of all the evils that are opened up unto us. As probably some of you know, there is a big talk and all sorts of debates and everything about the economic situation as well. But what they never debate is that sitting above all their economic projects and programs are a small bunch of people who press the dials, press the buttons, turn the dials, and who can bring a country to its knees in 24 hours or raise it in 24 hours. And we never hear about these. But you can find out about it. There was a movie which came out a few years ago called Wall Street Never Sleeps. And for some reason they happened to show a glimpse of these that turn the dials and press the buttons. And they admitted themselves how quickly they could move the whole world one way or another economically. Of course, if we say anything about this, we are straight away put down. And most people, most priests in churches that are open totally to the public cannot even make any comments about such things because they themselves rely on the goodwill of those who press these buttons and turn these dials for their own existence. So that's the sort of freedom that we have in the world today, and it's going to only be more and more difficult for Orthodox Christians who in truth want to live a true life to exist in such a situation. Truly, as Father Seraphim Rose said a couple of years before his repose, it's later than you think. When he said those words, none of us really believed it. We didn't really believe it. We thought that it was a saying, a nice one, but we didn't really understand that a few years later, such a crush would come upon people in the world where it's hard to do anything freedom anymore, where everything is under control, everything is seen, everything is watched. And if you don't follow the philosophy of the time, which has become like a religion, then you are put down, put away, and even removed from your life as well. But as Orthodox Christians, let us not be put aside because of that. And I ask you that on this feast day of the Domitian of the Mother of God, which happens to fall on a Wednesday this year, if you are working, try and take that time off. Come here and we will have Holy Liturgy. Take that time off, whichever way you can. Apparently it's okay now for religious reasons to take time off. Last week those that follow Islam had their feasts, and I know that a lot of people were away from work and school on account of that. So why can't we also hold that feast day in its honour that it deserves, the Domitian of the Mother of God, who, as you can see, is all around us in the icons, in her intercessions, in the prayers. As many prayers to her as there are to our Lord whenever we read the services for the day or in the liturgy. So try and do that and pass that on to others. What Wednesday is it on? Can you just check? It's 28th of August, according to
28th of August,
according to the world calendar. So try and take that time out, come here and help us, that we will have liturgy and Holy Communion